My name is Ben Leslie. Creatively, I do a little bit of everything. Right now, I'm focusing on puppets, on puppetry. I've been a writer for 35 years. I'm a poet. I've done some stand-up comedy, improv, but like I said, right now I'm focusing primarily on the puppets because puppets are fun and you can say exactly what you want through a puppet. And maybe people don't get as irked if they see a puppet face versus if they see your face. And so that's really what my focus is right now, writing for puppetry. So I would say as early as 5 that I can remember, doing puppetry by myself. Where this started was I'm an only child, and a lot of my creative endeavors have been to have fun for myself, to entertain myself. So I can, as early as 5-ish, probably with puppets and with writing. One of the challenging things has been I was given a few puppets by people who were puppets of other people in the past. So to recreate a puppet is challenging. Maybe a new voice, a new personality altogether. So that is very challenging. But I love the voices. Trying to come up with different voices, different characters, different personalities and traits for each puppet instead of sounding too much like Ben.
It's pizza time, baby!
Pizza!
Pizza!
You may be famous, but always remember you're handmade.
Good buds! Yeah! This occasional Edna, and this is occasional cooking.
My name is G31.
Kathy Gaynor, corporate trainer.
Tonight on It's Shit.
That's it.
So about 6 years ago, I actually said something out loud, and it bothered me, and it doesn't bother me anymore because that's why I'm doing this. This solved it. But I actually uttered from my mouth 6 years ago, I feel like I have nothing to look forward to. So then I started going to open mics. And ever since then, because what you have to do is you have to present material. Well, if you don't have material, that's a goal. So the goal is material. So that's what I look forward to. It was a personal statement I made about not having anything to look forward to. I was down a little bit at that time. And what the open mics did was bring me out of that. And let me look forward to something. And look forward to writing, look forward to the actual dates of the events. There's all kinds of open mics around Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Safety Harbor, Palm Harbor. And once you start getting a few of those on your daily schedule or weekly schedule, it's something to look forward to. And creativity gave me new life. I was in the same business for too long before this. I was a gym owner for 15 years. I owned a Gold's Gym. I then changed the Gold's Gym over to a gym called Fitness Live 24. So, and before that, I managed gyms. So I was in the gym business for over 20 years. And I felt pigeonholed. I felt like I was in a small box. And I had to get out, as they say, outside the box, literally. That wasn't fitting me anymore. So I got out of that business. I was fortunate enough to be able to do it financially to where I retired from the gym business, and now I can focus on writing and part-time work. One thing I do part-time is I have a website called Blood Equal. What we do is we focus on human equality based on shared blood types. So what I do is I use human biology to combat social inequality. So to fight racism, to fight ageism, to fight people that are discriminate based on gender. Also LGBTQ plus equality. And I do it based on blood types. And if you strip down the human, if you strip down the way they look, their hair, their color, their everything, their clothes, you've got a blood type. And what I mean by that is, let's say someone needs blood or they're in an unfortunate accident. Well, when you go to the hospital and you're saved via blood transfusion, the person that you're getting or people that you're getting that blood from don't look the same as you and don't believe the same as you. So what we do at Blood Equal is I sell t-shirts, and the t-shirt basically have different messages, and they're promoting our human blood types in a way to look at how do we judge other people if at the same time we're going to use their blood to save our lives? So I came up with Blood Equal, and it's something I do on the side. And again, it's bloodequal.com. It's a website, and I sell t-shirts. So that's something I currently do as well. Creativity is an outlet. It's a stress reliever. It's something that I go to when I'm happy. I'll write. It's something I'll go to when I'm disappointed or sad. I'll write. You're never lonely with a pen. And that I talk about being an only child quite often, because most people I know have siblings, and not that siblings are always the best thing to have, but for someone who doesn't have them, sometimes I get lonely. But with a pen, you at least can always write, and you can get your thoughts out. And that's been a very important outlet for me my entire life. So I would say, to deal with stress, to deal with happiness, I very much often write. A lot of my friends growing up, and up until literally I moved here, my friends didn't do what I did. We did other things together. But as I mentioned, I was in the gym business. You don't find many poets, puppeteers, storytellers in the gym, in gyms. You just don't. And so moving here was awesome. I've been coming to Safety Harbor to do events at Safety Harbor Art and Music Center for 6 years. Well, I've been doing open mics for 6 years. The center's been open for almost 5. So I've been coming here to Safety Harbor for, we'll say, 5 years. And I live in Oldsmar. So in November, Shamsi, Safety Harbor Art and Music Center, has a parade every year, and we take over the streets, and we bang drums, and we have umbrellas, and we have signs, and we go and we yell in the streets, and it's all about Shamsi's anniversary, and that comes in November. The number one thing that I hear, people say they sit at a desk or a table, or they have a room. A lot of people have creative space, but getting out of that space is important. So if I'm in a creative rut, what I'll often do is take a walk, go to a mall, go to outside a festival, a fair. It was tougher during the last year with the pandemic, but now that things are opening up again, go out. A lot of what creativity comes from is what you see, on a day-to-day basis. So I would say, if you're in a rut, don't sit at a computer, don't sit at your phone, don't sit at a typewriter. Go out and come back. Take a walk, go outside. Nature can be a catalyst for a lot of creativity. Let's say someone says, I like writing, but what they do is they write, they're in their room or they're in a space. I challenge people, go to open mics. Find an open mic, because once you go to an open mic, you meet other people, you see other writers, other poets, other musicians, and that can be a catalyst to becoming more creative. Is actually living life. I'm not against reading, I'm not saying that, but what I think too many people do is they say, I'm trying to read books and gain creativity. Creativity, for me and for many, is outside. It's within the world. So to be more creative, put more in front of your eyes than maybe just what you would.